earthquake. I don't just mean a hit song. I mean a genuine, seismic, cultural event that shifts the entire landscape of music. For the past 2 years, one single track has done exactly that. A duet that basically appeared out of the ether and just completely conquered the globe. This is the definitive story of that song and the two absolute icons who created a phenomenon, rewriting the rules of music history while they were at it.
Yeah, this was never just about a catchy melody. This was, as Rolling Stone put it so perfectly, a rewriting of pop history. We're talking, of course, about Die With a Smile, the monumental collaboration between Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. You know, it's become more than a song, it's a landmark. And to really get a grip on its power, we have to start at the absolute peak of the frenzy, in one single month that cemented its legacy forever, February 2026.
Just imagine a victory lap, but on a global scale. After a solid year of pure dominance, February 2026 became the month Die With a Smile was officially crowned. You had the world's two biggest stages, one for music, one for sports, and they became the backdrop for its final, definitive triumph. And it all kicked off on music's biggest night.
So on February 1st, at the 68th Annual Grammy Awards, the inevitable happened. Gaga and Bruno walked up on stage and accepted the award for Best Pop Duo/Group Performance. And this wasn't just a win, you know? It was a coronation. It solidified the song's place in the history books for good. But then, just 1 week later, they were set to command an audience of over 100 million people at the Super Bowl halftime show. And absolutely no one could have predicted what was coming next.
The real shocker came during that Super Bowl halftime show. In front of the entire world, Lady Gaga takes center stage. You hear those familiar, soulful opening notes of the ballad start to play, and then bam! The beat completely flips. She explodes into this fiery, high-octane salsa version of Die With a Smile. The internet just detonated. The salsa edit became the #1 trending sound on the planet, and in a single moment, a whole new chapter of this phenomenon was born. Wild.
But how did we even get here? I mean, a Grammy-winning, Super Bowl-shaking anthem doesn't just appear out of thin air, right? To really understand the phenomenon, we have to rewind. We've got to go back to its origin story, which, believe me, is just as surprising as that salsa remix.
That immediate fascination, well, it quickly turned into a tsunami of commercial dominance. The success of Die With a Smile wasn't just big, it was historic. In an age of algorithms and fleeting trends, this song didn't just climb the charts, it fundamentally rewrote the record books for the streaming era. The numbers you're about to see are, frankly, staggering. Let's start with the big one, 1 billion. That's the number of streams the song rocketed to on Spotify, a milestone that puts it in the most elite club in music history. But the truly mind-bending part of this story isn't that it hit 1 billion streams, it's how unbelievably fast it got there. It took just 96 days, 96, from a surprise Friday release to the billion stream mark in just over 3 months. Think about that. That is an average of more than 10 million streams every single day. An absolutely relentless pace that could only mean one thing. It was the fastest song to ever reach that milestone in Spotify's history. Period. End of story. Gaga and Bruno didn't just create a global hit, they set a new, almost untouchable benchmark for what success looks like in modern music. They didn't just break the record, they completely, utterly obliterated it. And just to put that achievement into perspective for you, the previous record was held by Jungkook's massive global hit 7, which took 108 days. Die With a Smile didn't just beat that record, it shattered it by nearly 2 full weeks. It was just playing in a league of its own. And the records just kept falling. #1 on the Billboard Global 200, check. #1 in over 10 countries, check. The video soared past 1.5 billion views. Its longevity was staggering, spending over 70 weeks on the UK charts. And then, Luminate made it official. It was the single most streamed song on the planet for the entire year of 2025. It wasn't a hit, it was an institution.
So what do you do after you've conquered the world, taken home the Grammys, and created a Super Bowl moment for the ages? What could possibly be next? Well, for two of the biggest stars on the planet, the answer is pretty simple. You harness all that momentum and you launch your next era. And both of them are moving at lightning speed. Lady Gaga's album Mayhem became a global blockbuster, which of course spawned the sold-out Mayhem Ball World Tour. But right now, all eyes are on Bruno Mars.
He's set to release The Romantic this Friday, February 27th, and this is his first solo album in a decade, making it arguably the most anticipated musical event of the entire year.
And this is where the story gets really juicy. So while Gaga isn't officially credited anywhere on the track list for The Romantic, the industry is buzzing. Whispers from inside sources are claiming the album's final track features a mystery powerhouse vocal. Could they be ready to do it all over again? I mean, are we about to witness pop music's greatest one-two punch in history? When you just step back and look at the whole picture, the surprise drop, the record-obliterating streams, the universal acclaim, those massive cultural moments, it's so clear this was never just a song. It was the perfect storm. Singular talent, impeccable timing, and a chemistry that honestly comes along maybe once in a generation.
This quote really just captures the scale of the journey, doesn't it? What began as a secret session between two geniuses evolved into a global empire. And for so many people in an era of disposable 15-second hits, this felt different. It was a powerful, timeless song that people felt didn't just dominate pop music, but actually revitalized it. It reminded everyone of the sheer power of a perfect duet.
And so, that leaves us all with the ultimate
Thanks for watching Media GenX. If you liked this story, show some love with a like, subscribe for future updates, and share it around. Until the next headline.